Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. Good morning, Terry, Carol, Dave, Tommy, JW, Julie, Chris, Brian, Lynn. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Happy Wednesday. Well, it was a wonderful day yesterday, I must admit, in the market here. A lot of accomplishments were made yesterday by the bulls. And it would appear that this morning they're having the same attitude. We've got, looks like we're opening up at the top candle of yesterday. Really, I would, of course, I'd be a little happy if today's candle just sort of rested right in here a little bit. But there's, I do this every time, don't I? We could pop up even more here. That would be okay, fine. Something that would okay be fine with me is if we actually gave back a lot of yesterday, but only to about that far. I would be happy with that. Actually, I would be happy with a candle that came down something like that and put a hammer in or a tail in. That would be terrific. To me, that would suggest that the sellers took us back and then the bulls stopped us at a spot that they respect, and that respect would be the top of this big bearish candle here and the 50 period moving average. That would be ideal for me. And at the same time, what that would do is pull a lot of charts back to give some really good entries on those charts. So we're going to have to see how today goes. Regardless, whether we pull back today, rest a little bit today, or whether we just keep on going, we're going to get that pullback, and that's what we're going to need to watch for. A lot of stocks are already chased off. They're maybe too high, but there will be setups in the next day or two. That is for sure. What else was I was going to say something else. Forgot all about it. Doggone it. I hate it when that happens. Oh, well, anyway, we'll look at T2123 here. Take a look at the 15-minute chart. And on the 15-minute chart, back here, it tried to get itself going a little bit. Well, I think it's got itself going now. I think it's kind of like push starting a stick shift car. You chug it down the road a little bit, you throw it into gear, and that's what this was. Push, 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 boom. It is in gear now. And enough on the 15-minute chart that it pulled the daily chart. Here, I'm going to go up here. Or, I'm sorry, the 60-minute. Let's go up here. And let's put this on the 60-minute. There we go. It pulled the 60-minute up over the trend indicator and started a nice little chart pattern here. So to me, this is super. This is fantastic. Bulls are in force. The only thing I would like a little more of, and there's just no pleasing us, is there? You see how we've got this starting right here? See how we've rose up? We've gone flat. What I would really like is a little bit more of a rise and then a little bit of a pullback and then come back up. And what that would do is establish a really nice trend in there. But right now, I think we're doing great. Absolute fantastic. Alrighty. Qs. Oh, here's something, and I mentioned this in the video that I sent to members last night. By the way, if you are a member and you did not receive this video, please let us know. Send us a note from the website, if you would. Contact us. That would be very helpful. Take a look at the Qs here. Look at the Qs. Look how the Qs broke out of that 50-period moving average and broke out of that big bearish engulf over here. All right. Look at FNGU. It did not. So I'm suspicious on this. I'm questioning it. What is going on? Now I'm going to go forward as bullish right now. There's not a bearish bone in my body right now. But I think we should keep an eye on this because this could sneak up and bite us. This FNGU, which is basically big tech, the biggest of big tech, they need to push this up over here. So keep that in mind, all right? We need to keep an eye on that. Tyler, was it in the email? Yeah, there was a video sent to members last night, early last night. It wasn't late last night, but it was a video on these stocks we're about to talk about, a little bit about the market. Okay, let's take a look at some of these. Take a look at mRNA for a trade. So let's talk about how this works, okay? If you see a trade like mRNA and somebody points it out, it's not hurry up and buy it, all right? I was talking to a somebody that became a new member recently, and we did some coaching, and that was one of their questions. And the question basically was, you know, if we look at a chart and we talk about it pre-market here, is it just go buy it? Well, let's back up. We had a whole 30 minutes on be your own trader, have your own rules, and trade your own trade. And then we talked about this right here, which is, this is not, anything we look at over here is not meant, this is a buy today, rock and roll with it today. This is a chart, and it could be, don't get me wrong. What we're looking for is, here's a chart that I feel goes up higher, somewhere to around the 120, we'll call it 127 area. It will do what it does, what charts do, which would be something very similar to this right here. All right. So we go up there, of course, not in one candle. We go up there, and then all of a sudden, probably a little bit of dancing. And then I'm looking for this chart to go higher. Now, how can I read the future? I can't. I can't read the future. That's why we're going to follow price. Based on certain things like this bullish engulf, like that follow through, like that low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, based on this potentially becoming a rounded bottom breakout, and based on the fact that the past umpteen years of trading, I have seen charts fail or consolidate at that level right there, and or the dotted deuce right here. So it's just based on experience. I don't have any real, I can't, read the future on this. When we're looking at a rounded bottom breakout, which is not, this is not officially a 100% rounded bottom breakout. And we'll talk about that more this morning, because there's quite a few of these RBB almost setting up, and the 1750 trap setting up. So what we're looking at, like I said, it's just probabilities from umpteen years of trading. We know that's going to be a resistance area. I know that dotted red line is going to be a resistance area. So based on the J hook right here, the continuation pattern, boom, I know it's going to rest, and then we're going to wait for the bulls. This is where the question comes in. How do we know the bulls are going to start stepping in? That's why you have to learn how to trade. That's why you have to take the experience of everybody in the trading room, and you need to take it from everybody. Everybody in the trading room that offers any kind of view on a chart or anything, that's experience. Take that experience. That's what trading rooms are for. Take that experience and learn from that. Okay, so not necessarily meant to just jump on today, because if this chart was to actually complete the rounded bottom breakout, which it very well can, you're looking at a trade here that's 26%. Our job is not to collect 26%. Our job is to make money from here to here. And the entry might not even be till it gets up here. Okay? NVIDIA. I think I mentioned in my email last night, in the video last night, I'm not sure I like NVIDIA right now. However, it is a powerhouse. It is trending. Overall, it's trending. Had a nice pullback. We popped up and we pulled back. It looks good. The only thing I don't like about it, I want it to be above that candle right there. No questions asked in my mind. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with somebody trading it in here. Tyler, I'm going to pick on you because you were the last one that posted here this morning. So Tyler may jump into this and rock and roll. Okay, I might wait till it breaks out. So it's just a difference of where that entry is. We may totally agree the chart is bullish. Heck, Tyler might even say, I don't like that candle either, but I don't care. I'm going to buy it here. Okay, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. I might wait till it's up here. Tyler buys it here. I'm giving up approximately 9%. It's a choice of a trader. It's not right. It's not wrong. Oracle. Now, I love this one. I love this one because I actually still have some contracts on this. So I love it. I love the gap up. And I think this still moves higher. I'm still looking for it to challenge these tops up here at 126.80. So this is working very well with this gap, and it looks like we're holding on today. So how might we trade this today? Well, let's get rid of all this now. Now let's put this up here. And just, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna use that candle. That means more to me than that tail does. And then I'm gonna put a top right there. That's really simple. You, as a trader, you have a choice of buying it anywhere, well, between these two lines, okay? You have a choice, or you can buy it when it breaks out. I guess that's the two real choices. At the end of the day, no matter what, you're not going to want it below that line right there. Below this line puts it all the way back here, down here to test. So at the end of the day, you definitely don't want to see the underneath side of about 119.40. Excuse me. Some traders are going to be buying in here. Some traders are going to be buying that breakout. Some traders are going to buy the breakout, the pullback on this. So this is an easy one to trade. It is super easy. If you don't mind, say, buying at 120.70 with less than a 1%, that's cool. Stop, that is. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with buying it here. Some traders will just wait for the breakout. CAT. Look at CAT taking off. Yesterday, I talked about charts. You know, they pop up, and if you feel like you're chasing them, you know, then if you get that feeling, then the odds are you are. So don't chase. Let it go. Let it go. And then what we can do is come in later for a little bit of a pullback here. And you see, we're opening up right now close enough in there where this might be a buy right away this morning. Right away this morning. And you're looking at a 3% loss, or risk rather, not a loss. 3% risk in here, just where the bottom of that box is. And you can tighten that up probably. So what we're looking for is the charts that took off yesterday. We need them to rest to get a little better deal, just a little better buy, so we're not paying the high price. So allow that to pull back. And right now it's in that, you know, buyable area. And then we can watch it run up and make a little money right there. Apple. Look at Apple. Now, I would give anything Apple to slip back down here a little bit. But Apple's one of these. Here's where it's rallied up. So what we need to do is wait for a little pullback. Maybe, and who knows? You know, who knows? At the end of the day, the pullback really comes in. Maybe this thing runs up to that 50-period moving average. And maybe the 50 says, hold on, Mr. Apple. You need to pull your little self back here. Now that could offer a nice little entry. BMY, this is setting up for a rounded bottom breakout. We're going to talk about this more today. Remember, this is a rounded bottom breakout. You can put it in that category, okay? But let's put some benefits with this. First of all, it's just price up here. You don't have the T-line, you don't have the trendicator moving up through the 50-period moving average. And I talked about this yesterday, I think toward the end of the day. This is what you do not want to happen. This is just a bad way to go right here. You know, the price is moving down. All of a sudden, the bulls get hold. You get long right there because you're afraid you're going to miss out. Well, you get punished for your fear. So eliminate fear. Make a rule. Never, 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 never go after a chart that is the first time crossing a major moving average or a major resistance zone. Even if it did it, it's going to pull back and give you opportunity. And once you prove this to yourself, trading becomes much more simple, much more easier to accept. Accept the fact, oh, I don't have to get in BMY here because it's going to pull back and it's going to open the door for me. It will. All charts do. So here, is this the first time? And by the way, I think this is the first time, not the second time, because it's too far away. Now, I like the bottom here. I think this is actually going to work out. But I also think that the wise trader might be a little patient and wait for this thing to actually set up. So what it might look like is price, that's all right. Pull those moving averages up. Price, then pull back. Now you're golden. And now you have a trend you can argue with here. Okay? Something to think about. AT&T, Verizon, they may be on the shelf to be bought now. They're looking pretty good. This is another one of these. Price-wise, it's an RBB, but it doesn't have everything working with it. It's leaving a lot of baggage behind that it really, really needs. So be patient with this. Again, I'm not saying it can't be traded. I'm not saying that at all. Who it can't be traded by is for those that struggle or new traders, because you're not getting it. And this is something you just have to be honest with yourself. That's all. You know, if you're not making money in trading, you need to be honest with yourself. And being honest is saying, you know what? He's right. I seem to lose money on these because this is a chasing trade right now. It's a chasing trade. Don't chase it. TSLL, I'm planning on buying that. Now, I'm not sure whether it's going to be right away this morning, but I'm planning on buying TSL. This is the ETF for Tesla. It's a cheaper price. It's the same chart, but it's just a whole lot less price. So I'm liking that. We've got a nice big morning star, excellent morning star up, nice flag pullback, nice pop. We're challenging that 50-period moving average. I'm not sure whether I'm going to buy it here or here, but I'm going to buy TSL. ARC. ARC is moving up. Just keep track of that 50-period moving average when it gets there. If you look over here, there's a bit of resistance. Hold that whole area there. So we might want to watch that. And that could be the whole market could. I'm not saying ARC is a leader, not even remotely close to that. What I am saying, though, is if ARC comes up here and starts to fail, other things will take notice, and it could put a dampener on the market. Mara's pulling back nice. Last night I talked about it's a buy inside this box. Use your education on entries if you're going to buy the chart. If you have questions, we'll talk about them a bit later, okay? All righty. Hey, Chip, how you doing? Let's see, on BMY, let's answer that, then I need to get out of here. BMY, do you put any confidence in the morning star a couple of days ago? Yes. Yeah. It's all about how it got there. So how did this get there? it got there with this really a nasty bearish candle. See, that's something else. I think truly learning about candlesticks is so important. And you know, a lot of times we just read a book and, oh yeah, that's a candle with a wick. Well, what does that mean? You know, here's a bullish piercing candle. It's also a tweezer bottom. Well, what does that mean? And I mean, I highly recommend to people that they read every candlestick book they can get their hand on. And then I recommend everybody take those books and go put them in a box, tape it up, and go put it in your garage. And then I recommend you write your own book for you. Because you need, in your own mind, what does that mean? Because all the books out there, as fantastic as they are, I truly think they are fantastic. But as good as they are, they don't tell the exact meaning of this. You know, that this isn't just a candle with a long wick, and this just isn't a tweezer bottom with a bullish piercing candle. This right here, what people fail to remember is this candle looked like that at one time. That was a nasty bearish candle. And then what happened is the bulls came roaring in there. Well, the bulls came in here, sniffed out that bottom and said, oh, hell no, and drove it back up. The power of that right there is amazing. So then we gap up from that power and do the normal chart activity. And then what we have is there's a big old bear sitting in there trying to push it down. And then we have that morning star, which is an absolute, oh, hell no, we're going back up. And here we are. So candlestick signals are amazing. You do have to research them, and you do have to learn about them. All right. Okay, I need to go wrap this up for this morning. We'll see everybody at the bottom of the hour when the market opens up. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you did not receive that email last night with that video on it, please let me know somehow. I prefer they contact us in the website. We'll see what we can do to fix that, okay? Thank you.